time I see Kamala, and I want people to understand this, I am literally traumatized by this woman. I'm literally traumatized by this woman. So do I want to see her for the next 4, potentially 8 years, potentially 12 years because she's been in office for 4 already? No.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today we got to talk about it, man. I mentioned this story about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. This is a young brother, Jamal Trullove. He's from the Bay Area, and he was sentenced to 50 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. He was framed by Kamala Harris and her cronies in the San Francisco District Attorney's office. I'm not going to add a lot of commentary to this video. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. I'm going to leave a link to the full interview in the description box. Shout out to that brother because he's doing great work as well. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And without further ado, let's go.
Awarded $13.1 million. Do you feel like that money was worth you doing 6 years in prison or no?
No, not at all. I mean, look, I can't get those years back. I'm a confident person. I've always felt like I was ordained to be somebody since I was 11 years old. My name is Jamal Rashid Trullove. Jamal means beautiful in Arabic, right? Rashid means leader, inspiring, guider, right? And my last name is Trullove. There's no coincidence to that. There's no coincidence to the things that I've had to experience coming up, you know, as a black man in San Francisco and in the hood and the struggles, losing one of my brothers being killed to gun violence, 2 of my other brothers being shot, my parents being on crack cocaine, me having life in prison, and me being able to sit here and do this interview right here. Like, I've never took the easy road. I've always had to decide if I was going to shut up or I was going to speak up. And that money, I didn't look at the money as a way that I was looking forward to the money when I was suing. So that was a plus, obviously. But I've always looked at myself, you know, as a rich nigga anyway, right? I
got a question for you guys in the down that watch the channel. $13.2 million. Is it worth 6 or 7 years of your life snatched away from you while you sit in prison and fight for your life? Is it worth it? Because in my opinion, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ever spent any time in jail. It is not worth it. It is not where you want to be at.
always had that confidence. And, you know, I have a whole, besides this story that I'm, you know, telling you, I have a whole nother story about my past life and other things that was going on in between while I was suing, right? That, you know, I don't speak on too much, which I will eventually. But the money was never a thing that was ultimately going to make me, right? It was a tool. It has been a tool for me to be able to learn what having access in the room is and to be able to build relationships with people outside of money, outside of people who don't got no money. But that time, people say this, and this, I'll finish the question like this. People say that they will take $10 million if they had to go and do 6.5 years in prison. And to be honest, I probably will too. If you said, hey, look, got this $10 million for you. You go do 6.5 years in prison and you come home in 6.5 years, coming from where I come from, and mostly all black people is gonna say, yeah, let's run it. Because we've always been prepared for jail, whether we did it or we didn't do it, right? But now, in this case,
there's no amount of money that you're going to give me to go sit behind the wall in no box. There's just no amount of money, man. But I understand his premise. I do.
Would you take $10 million to go have life in prison and not know you coming home? Nobody takes that deal.
No way.
the mental anguish of every day. So my mindset when I went to prison was every year I didn't go home, I'll go home the next year. That was my confidence, and that was the way I coped with doing the time, right? But in theory, in law, if you look at the statistics and the numbers, I had a 99% chance that I was going to die in prison. I only had a 1% chance of getting back after having 50 years to life. I was 23 when I went to prison. If I did the whole 50 years, some laws would have had to change. I would have been 73 before I could even go up for parole.
Wow. This man was convicted and sentenced to 50 years to life for a crime he did not commit. For a crime that he was basically, what's the word I'm looking for? He was basically framed by the government, by the district attorney. He was framed for this particular crime. Now, I'm not sitting out here saying that Jamal Trullove is a saint. I'm not sitting here saying that because I'm sure, he was out in the streets. He put himself in a position where he could be framed for this. But 50 years to life, goodness gracious. There ain't an amount of money in the world that's worth that, bro.
So, to answer your question, nah, that money wasn't enough. I don't think there's an amount that's enough. Now, I know I'm blessed. I know that. I know I'm supposed to be here. I know that. And, and for that, I'm grateful for, but and the money helped, obviously. But if I could take it all back and get all those years back again, like a snap of a finger, I will. Though this is part of my life, this is part of my story. That is the unknown. So it'd be kind of tough to do that. But I'm confident in myself enough to know by 23 to 30, which I went to jail at 23 and came home 30, the trajectory that I was on, I would have been good.
You made a comment saying that, Kamala, every time you see her laugh, it reminds you of when she was laughing at you when you was convicted. I want you to go into detail about that. And also, who do you want to see the people vote for, Kamala or Trump?
Yeah, so every time I see Kamala laugh, again, like I think about that time in the courtroom, right? Her high-fiving, and celebrating the win. Now, when I say celebrating the win, not that she argued it, but, her office. And it's right before, the Attorney General election. So she's celebrating me losing, being, framed for murder. And that's all I can see it as. I don't care what everybody else, look at it and say and try to give reason why I should be the bigger person and, all of these things. And it's like, the future of the country is on the line. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all sold us that in 2016.
Daggone right. They've been selling that same bull for decades. The future of the country is on the line. We got to vote Democrat. Where has that gotten black folks? Seriously, let's just keep it a buck. Where has it gotten them? Nowhere.
Y'all sold us that, and under Trump, everything was cool. You ask the day-to-day nigga. You ask the day-to-day nigga. They gonna say, when Trump was in office, was cool. Groceries was low, right? We wasn't at no wars. We wasn't giving billions and billions of dollars to other countries. Seemed to be cool. That's how we felt. And as soon as Biden got into office, we didn't feel that way no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, but every time I see Kamala, I want people to understand this. I am literally traumatized by this woman. I'm literally traumatized by this woman. So Do I want to see her for the next 4, potentially 8 years, potentially 12 years because she's been in office before already? No. So it forced me to really think about things from the other side. And as I started diving deeper, I started understanding the conservative ways. So if you ask me right here, you know, who I'm voting for, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, I'm voting for Donald Trump. And I advise every nigga out there to do the same thing. Because if you think something gonna change with Kamala Harris, is she gonna be the black woman savior for our community? Nope, it ain't happening. It's not happening.
Nope.
So let them pander to you all you want. Let them, you know, hit you with all the fear mongering, Project 25, and all of this shit, all you want. But it's only deployed towards your fear of missing out on some shit that they're saying that they're giving us. And they're not giving us shit. We don't need shit. Trump 2024, let's roll.
Wow. That was powerful, yo. In my opinion, that is the best campaign ad that I've seen. Wow. I don't know if you can get much better than that, to be honest with you. I'm just saying. I don't know if you can get much better than that, than this particular interview right here. People need to see this. Your family members, your friends, your co-workers, people need to see this interview because they need to see and know exactly who Kamala Harris is. One of the brothers in the videos I did the other day, and shout out to Vinny, shout out to that brother there. One of the brothers, he called Kamala Harris counterfeit. And that's exactly what she is. Counterfeit. There is nothing real about that woman. Nothing. She'll say, do, and stomp on whoever it is she needs to get wherever it is that she's trying to get to. And that's the truth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure y'all share this video. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I appreciate everybody, man. Consider joining the ARP family. It supports me, the team, the channel, gives us the ability to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. And I'm going to catch up with y'all next time. Peace.